Welcome to Shattered Ships, brought to you by Fandom Encounters. This is your DM Matt, guiding you on your pirate adventure through the seas of Corsair. Join our party, the Human Fey Wanderer Ranger Tesha Gwyn, played by Bobby, the Sea Elf Pirate Kensei Monk Trigger, played by Seth, and the Owlin Swords Bard, played by Alan, as they do their best to navigate this new world and find their place in it. In Corsair, where piracy is freedom, and freedom is dangerous. Last time, the Strike Force has entered Gilda's Keep and made their way through the puzzling nature of the building down into the basement, where they find a treasure trove that belays a puzzle. They discovered 6 different prizes inside of this room, and if you'd consider it a prize, 1 note outside the door. A message from Gilda to Arumi, giving her instructions for what to do if the worst should happen. Of course, those instructions being... Where is it? I wrote it down. To move forward, my enemies must be gathered. The items that you all found on these pedestals, as a reminder, a chunk of the lava smelt ore, and the plaque telling you it was a memento from Ifinglass. There was a blue dagger that, when you identified it, revealed itself to have once belonged to Nico Stiletto. The dagger is currently in Kachi's inventory. It requires attunement, but there are special rules for immediate attunement. The third item you found was an eyeball, very old and withered, blinded as if slashed by a talon. The first message sent by Cyclops. There was a heavy tome in this center pillar on the sort of the southern wall, at least in the map, as far as the map is concerned, with information on the wings of Cursed Cove. There was a page torn out, this page that dealt with Arumi. In the pedestal in the corner by the fireplace, there was a tri-cornered hat. A hat which belonged to Admiral Solara of the Shattered Enterprises, a hat that is currently in Gwyn's inventory. And the final pedestal had a wand with a bat inscribed on the handle, a wand of sending, created by Pollux de la Fey.
Wait, so I didn't get anything?
Those are the 2 items that are in their inventories were because they seem to have been claimed by them in the last session. They could still exchange them. They're items in D&D Beyond. But with those items being picked up from the pedestals now, as we begin, items lifted from the pedestals to go into backpacks or satchels or whatever you have with you, the pedestals themselves begin to almost vibrate with a low hum, some energy radiating through the room. And the pedestal that held the tome, I think Kachi picked it up at one point to look through it. As that book got lifted off of that pedestal began to glow with a subtle lavender light.
Lavender. I'll give Trigger the wand. Unless Kachi is.
What am I gonna do?
No, I'm good.
What am I gonna do with the wand?
I think you should hold it because I think it's really important.
I trigger this wand, about maybe a 18-inch long wand. Is very intricately carved out of wood. There's sort of a bat imagery in the handle of it. As Gwyn goes to pick it up, it almost feels like the ornate box it's in is heavy, as Gwyn almost that was heavier than I expected, and passes it to you. This wand is being stored inside a lead-lined box.
So it is a wand of sending.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yeah,
what you said?
keep it in that.
When you're doing that thing again where you try to make something seem like it's more important so I can feel involved in the crew, but really it's kind of patronizing. Also, I just learned what the word patronizing is.
Good you.
Well, if you think, no, I would say bad use. Patronizing actually means like when you're being a patron and you're being really kind to people because you're like going to the store and being a patron.
I don't think you know what patrons do. Do you think patrons go to stores?
They're
Those are
paying for things. Like I'm paying
a
you to
shop.
hold
As the talks
Give me
of
money.
patronizing and patrons begin to ring through the room, Kachi, like this amethyst stone that was once embedded in your sword, like now almost like has like rotated and just like laying on like the back of your hand, is like almost begins to like hum in tune with the energy of the room.
Fine, if you're gonna pay me, give me money.
No, I'm paying you in trust. Is literally what I just said.
Ugh.
I'm trusting you to hold the box. Do you want me to hold the box?
I just wanted a knife or something fun.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
yeah, but Kachi got the knife.
It's kinda
Remember,
so
I don't
bad.
have a weapon, so I kind of need
And
the
whose
knife.
fault is that?
Hey. Oh, there you go.
Sorry. Thank you for attempting to do something, I guess. Fine, I'll take the heavy box that you're too weak to carry. I don't know where I'm gonna put it on my body.
I mean, you also got that eyeball over there. I think it belongs to your old friend.
Yeah, no, that one was obviously mine.
Yeah.
Carry.
I got thoughts about this gathering of enemies. I'm gonna keep looking at this book over here, see if it has any answers. And I'm gonna look at the amethyst on my wrist and kind of be like, okay, we gotta find out where you gotta go. And like kind of going off into a corner, with this dagger, be like, this dagger. It's a cool dagger. I could use this dagger later. Okay, can you live in this dagger for the time being, and then we can figure out what to do with you later?
Give me. I'm gonna say give me a religion check.
Okay. Like, is it wanting to live in
and I'll
my
say
arm, or-
with advantage because it is your patron.
Okay. Reader religion. Nat 20. Holy shit.
Oh damn.
My second
Okay.
15 for a 16. So.
You like step to the side to like talk your way through talk your way like to this to the stone, and almost like you feel like a sense of the cold shoulder, but it's like the kind like from just like, hey, I'm ignoring you. Hey, I'm ignoring you. Oh, now you wanted to talk, did you? You're so ready to throw me away, weren't ya?
I wasn't going to throw you away at all. You popped out, thankfully, into the sword. I
Kachi,
got defeated.
Kachi
That's not
Hootsie,
on.
where am I supposed to go? Where have you promised to take me?
I was taking you to your master, which we're going to find once we get off the island, onto a boat, and then get out of here.
And then where are we headed?
The details of your master's last place, I do not currently remember. It's not an Ifenglass, was it?
No.
No.
Right direction,
I know it was on the west. Maybe.
Yeah,
in this.
the West Continent. Yes, that's. If I was seeing if you remember that. Yes. As you kind of like you throw out the name Cragland. You've been in Cursed Cove. You haven't needed these words yet. You throw out like, yeah, we're heading to Cragland. Oh, I wasn't sure if I was the priority. You know, once we leave this port, we're close to Morales. And if you start to head that direction, I might get upset. But I can be patient. But not forever, little one.
Yeah, that's fair. I understand that you want to get back as soon as possible. And I also understand that my grandmother might be in mortal danger if we can get off this island. if I gotta take you there first so you don't curse me in some way and I can help out, or we'll go to Cragland Pit. Don't get me wrong, you've been great. I've been very thankful. But also, want to get you home. That's what I mostly care about.
You seem to quell the mood of this amethyst in your hand as you connect with your patron thanks to that religion check. Look, I've been locked away here. My last swords fighter I teamed up with made promises and grew too old to keep them. But I learned patience. I can continue this partnership for as long as you need. And I can live on in that knife there.
Well, I'm sorry to properly use this knife, and potentially it's Mister. I'll need you only until then. Not that I'm using you for an ends to a mean. I think we're both having a mutually symbiotic relationship so that I can get you where you need to go and I can be a little stronger for the time being because clearly I need help.
But, fairly put with a symbiotic relationship. Yes, that's very true. But happy to aid you, Kochi. But I don't know if your grandmother is in as much danger as you think.
I'm badass. You're not wrong.
Heard stories through you and my previous partner that the Vulcan is quite formidable.
No, she is. I mean, I didn't even know who she was until like a week ago, so I can't be too upset at the matter.
Of course. It's natural to
from what I
worry.
Thank you. Okay, I'm realizing that I've talked to you for a little bit too long now, so I'm going to go back. But we will have a continuous discussion on this. Where to go, how to get you back. And hopefully when I'm in less of a frantic state.
Absolutely. This stone shifts and retracts a little bit, like from almost like holding on to your wrist, loosening up, and it feels prepared and primed to aid whatever weapon you put near them to continue this partnership.
Oh, nothing in this book, gang. I don't know what to tell you. The one useful page is completely ripped out. Awful.
Kachi, do you know that other people don't need to read out loud? Are you bad at reading?
No, I'm good at reading.
You've just been talking to yourself the entire time you've been reading that book.
Just muttering.
I just thought something would be helpful.
But go ahead and give me a history check, Kachi, as you leaf through this book. As Trigger berates you.
Not as good.
Yeah, you can't fucking read, dumbass.
11.
You flipping through, it's just you recognize some of the names. You recognize all the names of the wings. You recognize the name Admiral Solara in there, which matches up with the hat that's in Bobby's inventory. And yeah, you confirm that Irumi's page is torn out. You don't see her name anywhere else.
Okay, if we have to gather the enemies, this plinth is glowing. You could.
Is this?
Maybe we gotta lower it more because the book was on it, but then the door didn't.
So are they all on the wrong pedestal or something? Is this a riddle? Do we not get to keep these?
Oh yeah, what items do we think are enemy of who? This hat belongs to who's anti.
One was missing, right?
I think
one of the pedestals had nothing on it.
I believe they all had something on them.
It originally had the black rock, the dagger, eyeball, the book, but it was caked in dust, the hat, and the wand.
Yes.
So some of these are from enemies, or all of them?
I think they could all be considered enemies, but which ones will?
Are
I think
enemies of each other.
which ones do we give up?
We can give up this hat and the eyeball because the eyeball is one of the world's greatest pirates, and this hat belongs to someone who represents Shattered Emperor. So if it's enemies, those people are enemies.
Let me check the eyeball real fast.
You pick it up, trigger. You, upon immediate examination, it looks like weirdly too small to have been like Cyclops' eye, but it does, like, as you hold it, you're reminded of your entry into Cursed Cove, where Cyclops put an eyeball in your hand and chucked you in the ocean. It seems like if this was the first message to Cursed Cove was also an eyeball, and he has just been sending hundreds and thousands of them.
Hundreds and thousands. Man, I really wasn't important. But there's no. I don't get any sense of.
As you hold it, give me a perception or investigation check.
Uh, 14.
As you look at it, you see like a scratch. Oh, was the total?
14.
Oh, is it just 14 total? Cool. As you hold it, you see like the scratch mark that seems to have been left by a talon. You're kind of thinking, okay, Gilda probably did this. You kind of like walk over to look at it more in the light, and as you get it closer to this lavender pedestal, like the pedestal glows a little brighter.
Sorry, I'm not using my words very effectively.
I'll take off the
I
hat
bring
and put it
close
on the pedestal.
it glow.
Hat goes off. You put it on the pedestal, and the pedestal was like a soft lavender. Glows a little bit brighter.
Okay, I bring the. Do we put it on the same one or opposites?
Probably, I think we have to bring the enemies together.
Oh, okay. I nestle the little eyeball underneath that and I tuck it in.
You tuck the eyeball under the hat, and the pedestal glows even brighter.
But it doesn't seem complete.
Kachi. Fix it.
Well,
How much do you need to keep a hold of that lead box?
0.
I don't even want the lead box. Do you see what I carry on my body at any given time? I'm basically just rags here.
It's just a
If
gun.
those are the 3 sides of enemies, that's scary.
All I'm gonna say is you could get. I don't know. Do you get telemarketer messages? What if it like can find you with this wand?
Okay,
Yeah,
well, but we don't know who owns
specifically-
the wand.
Right. Exactly. That's why we don't want to be found by who has it.
Well, I know, but that might not be an enemy thing. We know that all of the wings hate both of the people that both Shattered Ships Enterprises and the Cyclops. Like, those are all enemies, right?
Yes, this is probably another person that they hate.
I don't understand. Did you gave it to me and you made it sound like it was kind of important, so now it feels
I think it
kind
is.
of you didn't. It feels like you didn't really actually want it to begin with.
No,
I got this.
Oh, okay.
The wand.
Yeah.
Kachi, you go to place the wand on the pedestal. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck.
not an enemy. Or maybe they're not.
Did you get a natural one?
That is only going to be 6 force damage, as like the box is shot into your chest, as if like magnetically like boom repulsed by the pedestal.
Wow.
Okay, not the box. keep the box.
Great. So we're saying that it is important. Because I'm a little confused about, what. So great. I'll hold on to it, I guess. I tuck it down my pants.
We don't know.
Trigger, do you want me to hold?
Do you want to try the book?
Hold the wand?
No. It's okay. I'm obviously the best person equipped to handle calls from people.
Yeah. I mean, you're charming.
Well, no,
Thank you.
my only. If I start to bring the dagger closer, does it glow a little brighter?
It doesn't.
I don't want you to pick up the dagger. No.
Fuck.
Wait, but we can try other things. You don't have to get rid of the dagger, especially if it was Nico's. We can try the book. You know what doesn't hurt if it's shot across into your body? A book, nearly as much as a dagger.
But the book was there.
Nico enemies with the Cyclops?
I don't think Cyclops was around when Nico. That's like
no,
hundreds of years.
I trigger. Yeah, you would with your pirate lore, you would know that it was unlikely that Cyclops crossed paths with Nico Stiletto.
So
he's
not
old, but in sort of like a chiseled kind of new way.
Do we think that these are put the enemies together from like Gilda's point of view, or do we think put the enemies together like these are combating against each other?
Also, which pedestals are we just putting on the front there, or are we putting them on like individual pedestals here?
I think it's on like the front one in front of the door.
Yeah,
like the dais.
The one in the middle here. That one.
Okay.
Okay, that was a wild ping.
Ping. Why did we decide to put them on that one?
That was the one that was glowing.
Okay, that's the only one that has glow.
Yeah, that was the only one that was glowing.
That's glowing.
Right.
And then go back to Gwyn posing this question: like, are they enemies of each other or of whomever? Go ahead and give me a insight or a history check as that kind of question pops into your mind.
Well, me. 15.
Excellent. So you know who this wand represents. As you bring it close to Shattered Enterprises, the Fakana crate that you located had a message about the owner of Fakana trying to make deals with Shattered Enterprises. So it would seem they are not enemies. But you also know that at some point here in Cursed Cove, Pollux de la Fey was welcome. So it doesn't seem to support that they would be a enemy of Gilda either.
Okay. So maybe that one doesn't go on the pedestal. Because it is a negative to both. What else is this old to match Nico? Only the hat?
What do you
Out of
mean?
the items out of the things we just found, like that we think should go on the pedestal.
I say like ages of the things that you found, hard to exactly date this black rock. So presumably it's been around for a very long time. But then the leather of the hat is very old. And although Nico's dagger is as old as like a legend, like Kashi holds it, and like if he isn't careful, he's gonna cut himself. It seems like magically protected in some fashion. But those three seem older than like this leather-bound book is also very old. The early pages you can't even read anymore. The ink has dried out. But
I think this black rock is Ifenglass, but Gilda's from Ifenglass, right?
Yes, I think I forget if you did like a tools check or something, but yes, it was a memento from Ifenglass where Gilda is from.
Yeah.
From looking at this pedestal, does it look like it's going to like are there marks or like it will like disappear or things going to like explode, or is it just going to be like placed here and then I can pick it back up?
Give
Like
me.
surrender.
I'd say give me a. Actually, you have a lot of tool proficiencies. Go ahead and give me like a tinker's tool proficiency to like study this from like a trap. Now that you've seen it hit you, it's a trap of some kind. Go ahead and investigate it with that knowledge. And Europa will use guidance on you, while also shouldering that big rock, the Ivenglass rock. It looks like it's about the right amount for a sword. And she puts it into her pack.
Okay.
I was to say, I don't think it's the rock because that's pro Gilda. That's like a memento where she's winning.
Plus 5, 19.
19. Looking at the pedestal itself, it doesn't seem like it is designed to move at all. Nothing is different from the pedestals around it, but looking at sort of this like red dais that's a little like it's like a little higher off of the ground, comparing the two of them, the dais on this map, sort of like the upper side of the room, seems like there's like dirt and things kind of building up on it, like rock and plants are kind of growing up. This one doesn't seem as hindered by rocks and things around it. It's like a very clean line. But with a 19, you can't quite suss out what that means.
Well, if you think you're gonna take too much damage, I can put something down and risk trying to jump out of the way.
I just feel like if we got the Tricorner hat and we got the dagger, I think both are enemies. I would hope that this dagger doesn't disappear in some way, and I try to like.
Yeah, we don't want the items to go, but we gotta get going.
As you hold the knife over the pedestal, it begins to glow brighter. You place the dagger onto the pedestal, and Scooby-Doo style, this raised section and the pillar itself with Kachi standing on it begins to rotate, taking Kachi, the items, and the pillar into the next room. What is everyone else doing?
No, hold the door! Hold the door!
Gang, help me!
I jump in.
I also jump in.
But
we're kind of like one of those rotating glass doors where it's like a little uncomfortable. How close we all are to each other.
Yes.
You can't touch the wall or it stops moving.
You all make it onto
I have
this.
a climbing speed now.
You all make it onto this revolving door, successfully joining your items in this next room. With this room unlocked, you are able to gather the items from the pedestal. So you can reclaim the dagger of Nico Stiletto. You can reclaim the Tricorner hat. And then if anybody wants the eyeball, they can pick that up as well. But as this room rotates, shutting you off from the room that you were just in... I can't grab tokens. There we go. As you've been Scooby-Dooed into this room, the 3 items you used to open the door with you, the wand having been shot back at Kachi is with you as well. Did anyone hold on to the book? Kachi was leafing through it at one point, but was it left behind or is it brought with you?
That's Kachi. I didn't have it.
I probably, like, in taking the wand, I probably would have been like, Trigger, hold that, give me the wand, and then the wand shot back into me, and then I would have, like, carried it.
Nice.
Oh, I would have put down the book because I don't care about it.
There you go.
Book left behind in this room as it spirals into place, almost like a jump scare. The stillness of this room, you were expecting to see a dragon, but as you spin into this room, you see 4 statues of dragons on the 4 different walls. Let's say north, south, east, and west. As you spin into this northern section of the room, let's say just to line you all up on this pedestal here. You all stand in like a white marble section of this room, as it's been with like almost like an X separated into 4 sections with like this golden circle in the middle. Gwyn on this pedestal, having jumped in at the last second, you spin around, and Gwyn, your head and shoulders are inside of a spectral statue of what looks like a ghostly dragon, like erupting out of this wall. And as you look around the room, opposite you on the south, there is this red dragon with these glowing eyes, curled horns, and you can almost like see like a torch of some kind inside the statue's mouth, like a flame inside of this demonic looking dragon. On the eastern wall, what almost looks like moss has overgrown the floor here, and this dragon over here has these yellow eyes, almost like a smoke billowing out of the statue's mouth. And Trigger, being the closest to this section, you could almost like singes the hairs in your nose to smell the air this close to that dragon. And looking across to the western wall, Kachi, you see what may have been a dragon one day, but almost like a hunting trophy mounted to the wall, the front half of a skeleton of a dragon posed and foreboding in the room. Off to the where you are, the right-hand side, this westernmost wall. As you scan the room, the only exit you sort of see is this big obsidian door with what appears to be like a keyhole, cartoon style, into the side of the door. And that keyhole appears to be made of gold, the very same as the center of the room.
I wonder if there was like a sequence that we need to get these to go off in.
I leafed through the book pretty heavily, but no, you're right. I don't know. Maybe there's something here. Fuck.
You can't fly up and go get it?
The door, it's the wall. I can't get back in there.
I don't know.
What happens if we put the items back down on the pedestal?
You put the items back down on the pedestal. Nothing seems to change. You pick up the eyeball and just kind of spam. Pick up, put down, pick up, put down, pick up, put down. Until this ghostly dragon turns its head to look at you, Trigger. The way forward, you'll need a key. I've got nothing against any of you. Can't say the same for the others. As far as I know, one of them's got it.
Oh.
And what would they say?
Not sure if they'd say much. Like as bite you than anything else. Step on the gold. Whoever's standing there will be able to see the key. But you're going to put yourself in danger.
Excellent.
Oh.
Before I risk life and limb in order to answer what is surely probably the most valuable questions of my life, do you have a name?
My name been lost to time. But
Okay.
there's a faint sense of something. I think I was a gemstone once. Shale. Onyx. Opal. Opal. I think you can call me that.
Okay. And because I like to make things a little bit more special, I'm going to call you Opie. Okay, Opie. I'll do it. I'll find the key. Unless you don't want me to. I totally don't have to, guys.
Opie dopey.
No, we think you're the best for this.
Opie, I just step on it. What happens if we all step on it? Do we all step on it? No.
If whoever's doing the stepping will know where the key is, and then it's just a matter of getting it. That's the challenge. Oh,
Well, the other people don't really know
it's
here. I'm kind
best to go
the
one at a
operation.
time. Someone else hits that gold, they'll pass it to someone else.
Thanks, Opie.
Of course.
Also, it's really nice to see another ghost. I'm really good friends with another one.
Europa, be careful.
You guys get along
I
together.
was just getting in position to back up Trigger.
Oh,
Thanks, Europa. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You're a true friend, and when I die, I want you to have everything I own.
I appreciate that. You know what? I'll keep that from happening, though. And she'll cast resistance on you. So you have a d4 to add to a saving throw.
Love that.
Oh, as far as the other two of you, where are you headed for this?
oh, I was thinking I was gonna watch from right here. Will we?
Oh, I suppose
Yeah,
spectating is all good. Just, I won't hurt any of you, but I ain't much good in a fight anymore.
Okay, are they about to fight us?
Oh, let's hope you can put up a fight.
Oh,
As Trigger about to step on the gold, foot touches down. I need everyone to roll initiative.
oh, wow.
Matt, in doing and having the gemstone get onto the dagger, I would have taken that time to like attune to it.
Excellent. Yes, so as we figure out initiatives, Kachi, you've attuned to the dagger of Nico Stiletto. The quick version of this requires a cost to be paid. So, Kachi, are you paying with your vitality or your life?
My life. I
Your
will take a death
life.
save.
This, as you attune to this dagger once wielded by the god of death, a familiar feeling surges back as you feel yourself pulled. Boom. The requiem bell tolls once. You have a failed death saving throw until you can properly attune to this dagger. But it is, yes, you conversation with your patron and your natural 20, that counts as you attuning to it. Perfect.
Thank you.
Let's see what initiatives we have got. I forgot I changed my map, so I have to reroll for the enemies as well. There we go, adding everyone to the encounter. I'll roll for Europa. Not great from Europa. That's only going to be a 9, but she's mostly there to back Trigger up at first anyway. What have we got, Kachi? What you got? Sorry.
8.
8. Gwyn?
20.
20. And Trigger?
Yeah.
8.
8. There we go. Okay. So this first round, as Trigger is putting his foot down, the air, almost like as his foot is touching, the room goes still. Trigger, as you touch down onto the plate on the ground, like a vision in your mind, you're not quite seeing exactly what it is that's happening, because what is happening in the room around you is the various statues are beginning to animate on the walls and shift and change, activated by the depression of the gold pedestal being depressed. Trigger, as you step onto it, you feel it drop like an inch or two, like at least like a switch activating something. But Trigger, you see in your mind's eye that inside, like the rib cage of this skeleton dragon, is this shining golden key that matches the floor you're standing on and the lock for the door. But all three of these dragons have their eyes trained on you and your allies. And that's where we'll pick up on this round. Gwyn, from your vantage point here, you see these dragons sort of coming into, rising up, rising up into place as Trigger stands on this golden pedestal, and none of them look happy. What are you going to do?
I am instantly afraid of the poison one, just because I'm not a very constitutionally based individual. So that is what my gut instinct was. So I would like to fire a sharpshooter arrow at the poison.
Hell yeah. Quick on the draw. Draw your bow. Aim for this poisonous dragon as this... They all seem to be inhaling to an extent. Go ahead and let it rip.
21 to hit.
21 will absolutely hit.
Okay. Plus 15. 9 cold. 9 plus 15. So 24 cold, and 3 psychic.
Not bad at all. One shot finds the weakness in this dragon's side of hide. You see, as it does, almost like striking like a poison sac somewhere within this dragon, it seems to be very injured by that strike.
I'm going to make it my favored foe so that it takes 1 more damage.
Heck yes.
And then I'm going to shoot it again.
Nice. Draw a second shot and fire at this poisonous beast.
Ooh. 22.
That will hit.
And then that is 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 15 is 26.
26 cold damage. With that, these 2 strikes, this dragon's eyes and poison begins to stop spewing out of its mouth as it like goes to rear back and freezes once again. The sort of air in that side of the hall begins to become a little less acrid and still as that dragon becomes a statue once again.
I don't know what to do otherwise. So I'm just stand right here.
Standing close to that skeletal dragon, not a bad choice, which brings us to this skeleton beast with the key in its ribcage. Trigger, something that you see. Europa is like looking at you confused, ready to see what exactly to do with this information. Her having prepared to protect you, both of you are here as this dragon lets out this smoky, billowing breath from its jowls. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Trigger and Europa. And Trigger, you have resistance, so you can add a d4 to this. They pass from Europa. You are muted if you told me what it was.
21.
21 pass from both of you. So as this breath sort of like seems to seep over over all of you. Where did it go? That is going to be would be 15 damage to both you and Europa. Instead, it is halved to 7 necrotic damage, hitting both you and Europa. As this breath spews out from you, and it begins to sort of. It seems like it can't reach too much further. It does close with you, but this act seems like its spine is being like pulled from the wall where it's attached. But as it does so, it like goes to like releases this breath, and then the smoke it releases sort of pulls back and surrounds it, making it difficult to see. It makes a hide action as a bonus action. So being able to find it in this smoke will then become the challenge. That is this. Cool. That is the skeletal dragon lays this breath out into the room, and from the south wall, this almost like a much beefier, bigger, like almost like each leg is like a pylon. As the room shakes with these steps, seems like the big boy, as it pulls itself forward, these long horns on its head, and uses it to swing his head side to side, and is going to make 2 attacks on Trigger. First is a natural 1. Second is going to be a 19 to hit Trigger. Excellent. Excellent for me, I suppose. That is only going to be 6 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone into this gold button here. Which makes you available for 1 more claw to sweep at you with advantage. Oh. I rolled the wrong damage, but I'll let you have it because it's easier. That one is a natural 20 from the tail, as it slams into you, the tail being its hand. 9, for a total of 13 bludgeoning damage from this claw. Like a concrete pillar just being pounded into your chest, Trigger. This demon dragon, similarly to the skeleton one, has pulled itself to the extent as it can from the wall and bashed you into the ground where you still lay prone. That is Europa. Europa, having taken some of the smoke, looks to you, Trigger, eyes focused on the skeleton dragon. Both of you move kind of at the same time because there's no enemies between you. Same with you, Kachi. So I'll say Europa and Trigger can go at the same time as Europa looks to you, Trigger. Okay, that was... should I help you up? What do we do here, Trigger?
What? Who are you? No, I'm just kidding. I can remember perfectly.
Yeah, there's two dragons. What do
I
you want to
don't
do?
feel like I don't feel like I. Do you feel like it's fair for me to tell you where the key is since it's not technically my turn yet?
Absolutely. You, Europa, and Kachi, there's no enemies between you, so the 3 of you can kind of be going sort of at the same time with no other effects. I will say, choosing where to stand in this room because of the gold button and everything is important. So if you're deciding movement and things, there may be some more initiative shenanigans happening there. But as far as talking and planning, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm not doing great, but Mr. Bones over here has the key.
Okay. How not great are we talking?
I'm a half of how I feel on a good day. Like half.
That makes... I understand you perfectly. She will give you 7 hit points with a Cure Wounds as an action. And then she will let her wolf form take over and step up to this skeleton dragon. You see she kind of steps from the white marble onto like the ashy ground to sort of begin to get in that dragon's space to kind of be a buffer on this important dragon. That is Europa's turn. Action to heal, bonus action to shift. Which brings us to trigger fully. You are not restrained or pinned by this dragon. You're just knocked prone. So if you want to use half your movement to stand up, you can do that.
Or do we round up or down for movement?
I'll round in the favor of the players.
Thanks.
Especially as you're a monk.
Stand up.
Yo, Trigger, you can move more than me. You want me to take your spot, and so you can get the key.
Let me cook.
We don't really have a cook on the crew yet.
Then I guess it's time. I don't know enough about cooking to make a funny joke here. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get this. And I want to see if I can. I will stand up. Can I see it? Can I locate? I know it was attempting to hide.
Yes, go ahead and give me a perception check at the start of your turn.
Letting him cook, I'll give him a bardic.
Nice, yeah. That sounds good.
D4.
D8.
D8.
Whoa. So cool.
A D4. How disrespectful.
18.
18 is exactly what you needed. You see as Europa has sort of entered this smoggy section of the room, this smoke billowing around, and actually the dragon has retreated in this smoke back to the wall, unbeknownst to anyone else in the room. So you can see it tried to create an illusion that it was closer, but it pulled back.
What, in terms of action economy, have I used?
I mean, the nature of this
an action
being a
find?
puzzle, I'm saying the perception check is a free, essentially, object interaction,
Oh, it's very sweet.
rather than relying
I
on
will
passive.
run right up to the little bugger.
Nice. It's sort of like this skeleton head. As you like start to run at it, it's like, oh no.
Do I feel like the key is just like inside a rib, like hanging from a rib? Do I feel like
it is
what
inside the torso of this chest, but it seems like you'll have to defeat it to get it out. Like as you get close, like the ribs like begin to close around this key.
Couldn't make this easy. I just wanted to do a little.
I
bit of
learned from the Kraken.
I will. I loved the Kraken fight. You grab things and run.
The Kraken I didn't just get the
will-
mirror from.
Our first step. You have a monk.
Blunderpuss. Sure. Actually, you know what? Just to make this. Oh, sure. Yeah, I can do Plunderpuss first. Plunderpuss. Does a 15 hit.
You have this dragon's number because that is the dragon's armor class is 15. You
Great.
just managed to hit. Staggering
Great.
through the smoky breath with your plunger puss raised.
With my Blunderpuss raised. That's 10 points of damage, plus we'll pump my 2d8 of thunder.
Very nice.
That's an additional 9 points of damage. Let's use a stunning strike.
Very nice. What was the extra damage on that?
9 points of thunder damage.
Nice. Not bad at all. As this shot rings into this dragon, you see these shadows swirl and like take some of that impact. You see that it is able to half some of this damage coming its way.
Gonna make a
Constitution
save,
saving throw against a stunning strike. Fuck. That is a natural 1.
Yeah, so that motherfucker's stunned.
The shadows kind of block this shot, but the impact of the plunger puss sends it reeling, and it's like halfway between being skeletal and or being statuesque and not.
Yeah. Hey, I can tell you're bad to the bones, and then I'm just gonna go ham. I just want to attack it so much. So my second attack with a unarmed strike.
Nice. Unarmed strike to hit.
Or we're talking with advantage now, or
You with advantage because he is stunned.
this like yeah, it's gonna hit 24.
Oh heck yeah!
6 additional points of damage. Let's go to my bonus action.
Nice. 6 additional damage.
Uh,
There we go.
we unarmed strike. Can you know?
I'm gonna say
Yeah, kidding.
since it is stunned, he can't use the shadows to half this damage, so he takes that full 6.
Is he halving? Because I don't have magical attacks yet. Is that...
It is just able to half most damages while he's in shadow.
Okay. So another unarmed strike. Oh, those are both quite bad. I don't know. I'm not gonna hit on that one.
You go to strikes like the soft tissue, like okay, yeah, if I hit him like and then it just there's no tissue there, it's just bones. So you, but he is stunned.
Well, say, okay, he's ready for you guys to demolish. Is it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Try to get into the white over here.
Nice. Just getting into the sort of marble smoke area. As you pull away, you, from this distance, having taken the breath weapons from these, or not 2 breath weapons, the breath weapon from Skeleton and the really bad attacks from the Demon Dragon, you feel like you are out of range of the worst of these attacks, giving yourself some distance here. Kachi, you've used a bonus action to inspire trigger. What would you like to do as an action / movement?
Action. Be the same. Yeah. Action. Can I make my way over there? 30 feet of movement. Left. Yeah. I'll try to dart and close in to. Dart and close into the skeleton dragon, and try to attack it twice with the dagger.
Nice. You close in with this dragon, pull the dagger out, dagger of Nico Stiletto. Go ahead and roll to hit with advantage because it is currently being stunned. As these bones have like begun to splinter back.
First one will be an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Second attack. Second attack for a 25 to hit.
Absolutely hits. Both of those will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So, 4. All right. So we got 3 points of cold damage and 19 piercing.
3 and 19 is 20. 2 damage to this skeletal dragon. He is looking bloodied and very near falling apart, and there's not a single thing he can do about it.
Ah, take that, you dragon. And that's all I can do for the moment.
Excellent. End of Kachi's turn. We take it to the top of the next round. As this round begins, the air in the room begins to shift with no one on the golden circle. And with no one on the golden circle at the start of this round, all of these dragons once again begin to shift into statues as they stiffen and solidify, the key disappearing.
Oh, fuck. Right.
God,
I'll go walk and stand on my turn.
Sorry, my bad.
I'm going to roll to see where this key will shuffle. One of these statues has been taken out. So, on a 1 or 2, it appears back in the skeleton dragon, same as always. 3 or 4, it appears in the demonic dragon who's been untouched. And 5 and 6, it appears in the shell of a poisonous dragon.
No. Oh, that'd be good.
Gwen, as you step on to this golden circle, these the 2 dragons that remain begin to animate and stand. But as you look behind you, in the rubble left behind by this poisonous dragon, there, inside of its maw, now still forever, is a golden key.
Oh. It's 5, 25, 30. I have 35 feet of movement. So I'll grab it.
You
Maybe
grab
we
the
should get
key.
Yeah. And I'll use the second level spell slot as a bonus action, and I will Misty Step to the door.
Okay.
Is that the door?
Yes. Gwyn, you misty step to the door, evading having to go through any of these portals. As you place the key into the door, once again, these 3 statues, or these three dragons, I should say, become statues, and we are no longer in initiative. The door is open. The statues are calmed. Opal looks to all of you. Well done. Harrowing there for a moment, but you all were far too clever for this, weren't you?
Yeah, so clever.
So clever. Not at all, just lucky.
Opal, thank you for your help. We need to get moving. We need to be moving faster through this than we are.
Oh, of course.
Bye, OP, I guess.
It was a pleasure coming into acquaintance with another group of pirates for the first time in a long while.
Oh, I'm not a pirate, by the way. Just...
Wait, who was the last group of pirates you ran into?
As you all kind of run down these stairs, Opal just begins to narrate, like, we were all the figureheads of enemy pirates that washed up in Cursed Cove.
I'm not exactly certain what he said, but it kind of seems like he was like on a ship at one point.
They were all of these dragons used to be figureheads on various ships that washed up in the cove.
I'm very fun, very cute.
Yeah.
A ghost, a skeleton, a poisonous, and a demonic dragon. But this door opens, Tesha, and this obsidian door slides open. And even from the top of a long series of stairs, you can feel that this next chamber that you are approaching is lit not by firelight, but somehow by the reflection of an incredible collection of gold.
I feel like this is about to be like a thing. Does anybody want to make me feel a little bit better?
Did you come here to get rich, or did you come here to get off the ice?
No, I just want.
Oh yeah,
to
you
get healed.
got rocked, kid. Let me help you out.
Oh, you're hurt.
Yeah.
You get 12 hit points back from Europa.
Here, I can give you a cure word. Too. I don't use my first one.
Yeah.
How is Trigger looking?
If whatever that cure wounds is should probably have me pretty good.
All right, cool.
Ooh. 12.
Oh, I'm absolutely
Not bad. Just so everyone is aware, Europa has 2 or 3 first level spell slots, 1 second level spell slot left for some Cure Wounds Healing Word action. If anyone else needs help.
Do we feel like now is the time to put on our suits?
Not a bad time.
On the top of this stairwell, kind of not sure what is coming from below, you hear you seeing the sparkle coming up through this stairwell from deeper down below, as almost like this delves into the earth below you, and you hear the sounds of a fight already in progress.
Then we should activate the suit and then
activate your suits. Magical girl transformations go into place as the exoskeletons of Grizzle extend around you, giving you a number of bonuses that may or may not be helpful. They absolutely will be helpful. So for the next hour, you'll have a +1 bonus to your armor class. You can each roll 2d8 temporary hit points right now if you would like. And whenever you roll a natural 20 for the next hour, you gain 2d8 hit points as well. If you don't have currently temp hit points, that's how temp hit points always work.
Sorry, how many?
2d8 temporary hit points. You also gain a reaction for all 3 of you to reduce damage coming your way. It does cost you a reaction, but you can reduce it by 2d8, that same number as the temporary hit points. And you may add an additional dice when rolling damage for an attack, related to the base damage for the weapon you wield.
yes, my longbow. Very good.
Would you want us to roll individually for our temp hit points?
Yeah, go ahead and roll 2d8 now.
Grizzle said it was an exoskeleton, but why do I have a skirt on?
Like a Roman legion, like the leather tabret.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the worst I could possibly have rolled.
2?
You may get another chance. If you crit,
3.
you'll get to charge it back up.
I received 8 temporary.
Ooh.
It also came with a wand. I don't know what that does, but I mean, it looks nice.
What wand?
Wands and headbands and
Oh.
thigh-high boots.
My nails are painted now.
I got extensions, but I am not a natural blonde.
Kachi with long blonde hair.
Woo!
What are these astrological symbols on?
Europa's braids are just
Europa-
pulled into giant like bundles like Sailor Moon. She doesn't have an exoskeleton. She's just here. She just pulled it up and styled it herself.
Oh damn, that was so good.
Are the things like the reaction and everything? Do we only get to use that once?
No, that is for the next hour.
Every round we can use our reaction to have damage.
You roll
Damn.
2d8 and reduce the damage by that amount.
That's understood.
I thought it was just 1d8. I have more temporary hit points.
Yes. Oh yeah. If you only rolled 1d8.
Lovely.
Well, then roll again.
I now have 14 temporary hit points.
Excellent. Any other preparations to make as you head down these stairs towards the direction of combat?
I'll wait. I'm just gonna
Easy. As you continue down these stairs, headed deeper into Cursed Cove, then perhaps you have thus far. The shining golden light getting stronger and stronger, but the sounds of fight getting stronger and stronger as well. As you go, it's hard to see exactly what it is you are approaching, but you begin to make out familiar shapes and some familiar sounds as you go. This stairwell immediately sort of opening into this large cavern. This large room filled to the brim with golden piles of treasure and coin, but in the center of this room, currently embroiled in battle, littered throughout the treasure in this room, are the eyes of the Cyclops, crawling around, having broken their way into this hoard. But in the center of the room, this large figure towering over the rest, the purple-scaled figure of Gilda Deepmaw, one claw, two claws matched with one of these enormous Cyclops creatures, these bundles of eyes having gathered together, and Gilda grabs onto the body of this large creature and shreds it in half. And then as the door opens, her eyes scan the weaklings in the room and lock onto you. Everyone give me a perception check first.
Oh, natural one. Oh,
Locked eyes with
God.
this dragon. Gilda, you are Gilda. Gwyn, you are unable to take anything in.
No, not at all.
13.
That's real.
Ten.
It seems like this dragon's eyes lock onto all of you from where you are here. I will say that Gilda has locked eyes with you all, that you are all within 30 feet on the end of this stairwell, but you can place yourselves wherever you would like. Basically, as you entered this cave, she shreds this creature, revealing herself. So you are within the bounds of this room, having not spied her until you got this close. So at the end of these stairs here, my goodness, there we go. Europa will be here as well. Europa will have basically taking point in front of whoever is here. So the furthest that you all could be away is in line with this golden wall here, having not spied her until you reached that point. despite having being drawn in by the curiosity of the sounds. Now, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Please.
Come on.
This can't be when I start rolling bad.
4.
15.
17.
The battle against Gilda Deepmaw begins. She ripped apart one of these eyeball creatures. This breath, like this singularity breath weapon she has, spewing out into this creature as she tears it apart, which is good news for the party, so she isn't starting the fight with a charged breath weapon. The battle begins. Europa, on the stairs, locks eyes, looks over her shoulder, kind of makes eyes with you, Trigger. If I die, you can have my stuff, too. And then she charges at the dragon, claws out, goes to swipe, and rolls a natural 1. She misses as this dragon's eyes lock on Europa, which brings us instead to Gilda's lair action to start the encounter. I need all 3 of you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
This is not a charmed condition, is it?
This is not. But you would have advantage on that. Oh! It kind of is. I'm going to say it is, so you can roll this with advantage as being an elf.
22 is still the highest.
22?
Yes.
Excellent. Well, we got Kachi
9.
and Gwyn.
18.
18. As you enter into this chamber, almost like a switch goes off as Gilda looks at you. You are sort of like flooded with these whispering sounds, like a cacophony going into your ears. Like 1,000 voices all overpowering you, chatting you, like getting into your head, shaking you, rattling you, like your head is swelling with all of the thoughts being forced inside of this head. Trigger, you see the source of this. The gold that surrounds you. Your crew has already sort of put this together. The gold is not Gilda's hoard. So you look to the walls. Murals covering every inch of this wall. You begin to make out various faces of those you've come across. Scorch. The Crimson Woods Fetzels. Bambug Bara. Etched into the wall, as if with loving care, are the denizens of Cursed Cove, all staring back at you. Gilda's true horde, the whispers of whom are currently overpowering you and your party. Having beat a DC 20, Trigger, you are the only one who resists this overwhelming effect. You can see it in the eyes of your companions, Kachi and Gwyn. They begin to sort of go slack in the eyes. They are looking elsewhere as the eyes of various members around the room begin to glow. Gwyn and Kachi, you are under the effect of this charming presence of allies and enemies you have faced and defeated as you all stand here. As the fight continues. Trigger, you see your compatriots lose their focus, but that does bring us to you. There are a number of these eyeballs filling the room. They seem like they are trying to pool together to create another one of these monstrous figures. But they are not looking at you. They are looking at the dragon in the center of this room. The dragon has its eyes on all of you. And you see, as this lair action goes into effect, she's looking at you. She sees you resist this effect, and her eyes, very subtly, almost involuntary, flicker onto this mural. What would you like to do?
First, Matt, I would like to compliment you on what an awesome freaking mural. This is cool.
Scroll the window over there.
All these characters.
Allies, old and new, most of which is my art, and then the top row of like the newcomers I haven't gotten a chance to draw yet. So it's just whatever Pinterest had. But the faces all looking back at you, these spread out, circling around the room. Trigger, I'll even say that you see some of these faces. They look alive and colorful. Some of their eyes are glowing purple, like you saw the wings glowing in the courtroom. But you also notice like the faces of the swordsmen that you fought alongside, Bambug Bera, Bastion, your ghost friend that you just talked about with Opal. These figures have lost their luster. There is no longer color to these sculptures, as all of these figures have passed on. Still a memory in the Horde, but not still with us to this day.
People like Europa, are her eyes glowing? Is there color to that? Like,
of those on the wall, Europa's eyes are not glowing, and in fact, as you look specifically at Europa, Trigger, you see this mural around Europa looks like it's cracked and crumbling.
Okay. Do I feel anything with the eye that I collected off the table earlier?
Ooh. Yeah, I'll say yeah. You held on to that eye. It's still on the table. As you hold it, it like begins to squirm as if it wants to like pull in the direction of its brothers. It feels like, even though it's seemingly would have been dead for a long time, it feels compelled to join its brethren.
I will march forward.
Marching down the stairs, facing off against a dragon.
20. I will release kind of behind my back. I will let go and allow Gorman to drop into the gold and start to meet with its friends.
Excellent. It begins to pull off.
If I can.
Ooh, help. Almost like giving them more fodder for this. Excellent. I love this. Cool. You drop that eyeball. Trigger, as you get closer into the center of this room, I'll also point you back towards the mural to say, as you look around, you don't see you and your allies, but you do see sections of the wall. Again, like Gilda was blocking it before on the far side, where it looks like you can just see like the outline of like Gwyn's bow, the end of Kachi's sword, and like just a little bit of your blue hair. But beneath that, it seems like peeking through from beneath, you can just see like a hoof, as if there's a mural below that one.
As I'm walking forward, moving forward, running forward. It's an interesting piece of art you got there. I recently started drawing myself, and from what I learned, good art is kind of based in truth. And yours is a fucking lie. I don't know if you can really hear me in there, but none of these people up there, well, none of the good ones at least, consider themselves yours. And I feel like that probably should have some form of impact. She doesn't, and I'll like nod to Europa. And neither do any of the people who are resisting you outside.
Trigger, give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, so intimidating. Yes. That's a 19.
As you point to like the fact that Europa's image is not like she is not yours, as if by some magical resonance in this room, the mural that is currently covering Europa, or the mural of Europa, begins to shred and crumble, falling to the ground, revealing more of the mural underneath. Trigger, the mural is tied to Gilda's lair actions and her legendary actions. So, the larger the mural, the stronger she is. It's already been weakened by the fact that the party is no longer under her control, which is why the DC for her lair actions was 20. The more of the mural you destroy, the lower that DC, the lower damage that she is able to do. As she looks back at you, this intimidation reverberating through the room, almost like rounds last 6 seconds, but these eyeballs are continuing to pool thanks to your sort of like, you're kind of taking the attention onto yourself. An artist.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they think of themselves as mine. As long as they live here, I can exert my power over them. You will see.
I know that was probably my action to do all of that, and I'm fine with that. Am I able to get a bonus action in?
Absolutely.
Oh man, I wish I could use my plunger puss. Let's do. Oh, I can just use a Kensei shot as a bonus action.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, you're still able to get this shot off.
Right. You say, you will see. And I was like, see this. I'm not going to shoot the dragon. I'm going to shoot what looks to be the most unstable, because there are so many people here who hate and do not think of this dragon as Liege, Lester.
Absolutely. So, you can target an individual person on this map by saying their name. By doing so, those allies that you have, if they consider you a strong ally, you'll have advantage on this check to take this section of the wall down. So, all you need to do is make an attack roll on this wall. No damage necessary. You are just looking to break the DC of the dragon, to break pieces of the mural. So it gets easier the more of the mural is gone. So right now it is a DC 20, beat a 20, and one of these figures is revealed.
Let's do Lester. If that's okay.
Absolutely. You look in at Lester, just like Europa. It seems like the mural around him is crumbling. A true ally of all of yours, as you've given a lot to save him. Go ahead and roll to hit.
You said with advantage?
With advantage, because Lester considers you an ally.
Yeah. It's a 26.
Oh, that hits. Actually, I'm going to not blank it out because I want to still be able to see the mural. So I'll just outline him a different color. But so as it stands now, Europa, the party, and Lester are revealed. So the DC has lowered by 1 to 19 for the next lair action and any of the any challenges against the dragon.
Great. I'm also just going to use my last, because I've walked very calmly towards her, and then all of a sudden I'm going to break off and try to use my last bit to dash.
Absolutely.
Over to 25, 30, 45, over to this right here to just try and spread out if they get a bit of weapon.
Excellent. You spread yourself out, sort of no longer necessarily scared of these eyeballs here, as they are staying rustling in the gold that surrounds you. That will be at the end of Trigger's turn. That is going to be a legendary action from Gilda as you shoot into Lester and explode the rock around him. No, she's been here the longest. If you take him from me, I can take from you as well. And she is going to swipe at Europa as a legendary action. That is a 17 to hit. That will hit Europa. I forgot, I should have rolled her damage already, but I did not. That is 13 damage to Europa. She still has her shift from last encounter, so she is still doing okay with her wild shape form. Seemingly kind of emboldened by the fact that her visage has been stricken from the wall. At the end of her legendary action, Gwyn, dazed and sort of stunned in this moment, these whispers kind of getting to you. It's not necessarily the whispers that you hear that are overwhelming you, but in this moment, it's the whispers that you can't quite make out. Your eyes subconsciously drift onto this mural around you, and there is something that seems out of focus, something missing, something strange about some of the pictures on this wall. Give me an insight or an arcana check.
Well, it's definitely going to be in.
DC 19, thanks to Trigger.
Plus 7 is 18.
You are staring into this void, unsure of what it means. Looking into the distance, you see almost someone in this visage is out of focus. You can't quite pick out what this is. As Gwyn,
Right.
go ahead.
Did it not drop to 18? Because you said it went down 1 with Europa.
It dropped
Did
to
not go down one
19
with
because
Lester?
of Europa and Lester. Europa was
I also
Lester
think
you learned how it works.
I think my math was.
Oh,
I do think my math was wrong because I rolled an 8 and I got a 4 on guidance, and I have plus 7. So is that 19? I think that's 19.
12 plus 7
I promise
is
I didn't
19.
change it. I
Yes,
think I
that
just
is-
counted wrong.
plus 7
The
is 19.
Is nowhere.
uh,
Yeah, the 7 is nowhere near the 8, so it's not like I.
you as you look into these these fuzzy figures on the wall, you begin to almost as you focus in, you do begin to pull out at least one of these voices, a voice you are familiar with, as, why, hello there. It's been too long, little moth. As you realize one of these murky figures on the wall is Pollux. It seems like if his visage is out of focus, he was able to make it out of Cursed Cove. But as he looks back at you, you are in a moment still enraptured in this dragon's lair action for this round, under the stunned effect. But as you delve into this memory of Pollux, you remember that vision you saw in the Witch's Walk, that mirror of him leaving Cursed Cove. You weren't able to see the book he was holding, the details of that tome, something he had taken from Lester, some notes that he had built, all of those inventions that he's created being things, at least most of them have been thought up by Lester Moore. But you can pick out something in that book this time as you stand on the deck of the ship with Pollux leaving away. That insight, that arcana check, that swirl of magic, you see it in his eyes before you understand the writing in that book. A map of sorts. Laboratories. Testing. Testing on people. This was not the Feywild games. That came later. This is something else, something that's been going on for a long time. You notice 2 words in this map, the Crimson Harbingers. Not only that, you see 2 little marks inside Cursed Cove. One of which you recall exploring with a zombified hippopotamus. The second looks to be right where the House of Violets is located.
Oh, okay.
At the end of Gwyn's turn, as you begin to come out of this stunned condition, still Gilda making eye contact with you, Trigger. I suppose the captain makes the hard decisions, but that's never been your job, is it? And she, with another lair action, slashes into Europa once more. That's going to be another hit, and another 13 damage to Europa. She is still standing. Still doing fine, I'll say. But that does... that is Gilda. That shouldn't be them, but sure. Cool. Trigger. Having dropped this eyeball behind you, you feel a rustle in the coins beneath you as the gold around you is being disturbed. Not necessarily the gold around you, but the gold in front of you. This tangle of tentacles and eyeballs stands at your height, even higher, until it's almost looking directly into the eye, at eye level with Gilda. And as it turns over its shoulder, you see one eyeball with a talon slashed across it look at you before focusing in on Gilda Deepmaw. Trigger, essentially having summoned a large eye Cyclops, has entered the battlefield. That is going to be their turn to form this behemoth as they all begin to sort of squirrel and swarm and move about in this gold, which brings us to Gilda Deepmaw's turn in earnest. This first round, she is going to be rolling unaffected on her breath weapon to potentially get it back. She will get it back on a, double checking, on a 5 or a 6. I'll go ahead and roll that here. That is a 1. No breath weapon back from Gilda Deepmaw. So instead, she is forced to split her attacks between this large eyeball creature as well as your druid friend. I'm going to say she's going to go bite attack towards Europa and claws towards the Cyclops, which will make it bite at Europa for a 31 to hit. More damaging attack coming to Europa, the bigger, going for the bigger impact. Looking towards Trigger at the same time. Didn't roll great on the damage, which is nice. 10, 11. It is going to be 18 more damage to Europa. She, gets knocked to the ground. Trigger ain't the captain. I think right now it's Kachi, but he's still a hell of a pirate. Still standing in her first werewolf form with 1 hit point left in that werewolf form as Gilda turns to face off with this tentacled creature, standing just fortunately as a shield for young Trigger. That's going to be 2 attacks coming towards it. I just rolled a d12 instead of a d20. That's going to be 2 hits towards this tentacled creature as she carves out a hunk of it. That's 39 damage to this tentacled behemoth. It takes the brunt of these 2 claw attacks, bloodied but staring down at this dragon, seemingly unshakably so. But that is the end of Gilda's turn, which brings us then to a few other players ready to make their debut. As she bites onto Europa, slashes into the Cyclops. If you'll be taking people from me, Trigger, there are a few who may have something to say about it. I am not alone in Cursed Cove. Listen for my wings. And stepping out of the shadow of the from behind you, Gwyn, having shaken the sounds of these whispers in your head, Trigger, as you're looking around this battlefield, once again you see the shuttle roll of coin as standing out from this gold. The seagull Aarakocra, Blanche Featherin, has stood out from this gold, fighting her way from this tunnel where you can hear the sounds of the ocean. Trigger, something that connects to you, is Stila Benz. But as she walks, she seems to be almost fighting the call of Gilda Deepmaw. But Gwyn, you hear the sliding sounds. Heavy-footed Lance Evenstride is approaching in a pincer maneuver from behind, his lance he's named for in hand. As they close, Stila will dash to meet up with you, Trigger, hands at the ready to go toe-to-toe as only 2 monks can. Blanche has revealed where she herself. Blanche takes to the skies, flying 30 feet up in the air, bow drawn in her talons, seemingly taking aim towards Kachi. And Lance Evenstride strolls down the stairwell, closing with you, Gwyn. Actually, he has a lance, so he'll keep some distance here. To give himself some space, because he has reach, but they use their turns this round to get into position, which brings us to this newly formed eyeball creature. Trigger, You've essentially summoned this creature, so I can hold his stat block, but I'll leave it in your hands what this creature is doing. If you would like it to focus in on Gilda Deepmaw, if you'd like to shift its focus towards one of the wings, or to the mural itself, this eyeball is in your hands.
I would like a kaiju fight, please.
Kaiju fight. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, Trigger.
Oh no, this doesn't seem fair. Maybe you should
Roll
roll.
for-
Oh no.
Roll for kaiju.
Okay. Oh, I will roll. I will roll my eye dice, which does
Yes!
tend to roll very poorly, but
Roll
it does
for
seem thematic.
Kaiju.
Does it get any sort of? Does kaiju get to recognize Europa as an ally?
Ooh.
In this attack?
I'll say because it's awesome, yes. And because it is the size of the
Great.
dragon, I'll give it advantage on flanking.
Great. Thanks so much. I'll roll my 2 largest dice. All right, that is a natural 19.
+5 for a 24. That is going to hit. It rolls 2d6 plus 3. I rolled it already, and it got 2 6s for a total of 15. As this tentacle, almost like all of the eyeballs shoot across its chest into that hand to increase its weight. As like a mace, it swings across and pounds into Gilda, just bludgeoning it in the other direction. And now that it's on the battlefield, all these other eyeballs begin to look towards this big creature and almost like magnetically drawn towards it. And as a bonus action, it will consume one of these smaller ones to heal itself. Summoning it into its tentacles to keep itself on the battlefield. Kaiju versus kaiju. Any movement that you would like him to do, like it to do?
Do I want a shield or do I want... Because Europa would not get any sort of advantage on the other side.
She is too small to get any sort of effects from flanking.
Oh, because it's so massive.
Yeah.
Right. Then I will keep it exactly where...
Nice.
like
You've got
shield.
a meat shield. Quite literally in most effects. Lance had to use his turn to get here. Kachi. You are similarly stunned in this first round by the mural and by the whispered lair effects that it is here with. As you sort of look at this mural, you hear the whispers that tread throughout this place. As you look across this mural, you're hearing the whispers, some faint, some missing, while Gwyn was pulled toward these out-of-focus figure that had made its way out of Cursed Cove. You notice that there are these highly detailed versions, these depictions of allies and enemies, some of those being these blackened-out versions of your combatants having no longer been here with us. Which of these is Kachi sort of like given the choice? This dagger in your hand, this connection to death being almost like the two sides of a sword. Those that are alive or those that are gone.
Kachi in this moment, I think being stunned, I think immediately coming into this fight, so overwhelmed with everything. But I think his eyes are immediately going to the grayed out to the dead members on the board. Less so because we know about Bastion, the lead in the House of Violets, and we know about Van Bugbearer, but it's more so some of the other people on how did they die? What happened to them? Where are their stories? How did they upset Gilda? He's kind of focusing in on them a little bit more.
Excellent. Those who were like here long before. Not even some of those not even pictured here in this mural, because these are the faces that you recognize, the people that you've come across, the people that you've known, the people that you've befriended or lost. But scattered around this room are countless other faces that, oh yeah, I think I recognize that person. I think he's the butcher that has a shop near the Forgotten Escape, but we never really talked to him. I don't even know who that person is, but they're in black and white. They must have passed on long before we got here. And you notice that the overwhelming majority of this mural is black and white. It's vastly countered in that direction. Not necessarily that Cursed Cove is a death sentence, but the person who considers everyone here her horde hasn't done a great job of looking after those in her care. Of those here, these black and white faces in Cursed Cove, the things that you're not seeing as you look through, you don't see Nico Stiletto. You don't see the Master. You don't see these faces of legendary pirates that you knew were here. But they predated Gilda. It's a vision you saw in your head in the Witch's Walk was a temple with a mural just like this, but the mural was different. But you begin immediately to recognize those pillars, that pillar, that pillar, that pillar. This is that temple. And Kachi, give me a Tinker's Tools or a Perception check.
With Tinker.
Like scratching like the back of your head, you're trying to put these pieces together. Like, is it like, was it replaced? Is it a different temple, or is the directions wrong? You can't quite figure it out. As you begin to kind of come to your senses, you feel the presence of Lance behind you. You feel yourself, like, you hear the draw of a bowstring as Blanche draws on you, as you come out of the stun condition at the end of your turn this round. As at the end of Kachi's turn, Gilda will take another legendary action to swing on Europa. She might miss. That is going to be a 16 to hit. That does still hit Europa. She is tanky, but she does not have a high armor class. For a total of, I think I've hit the exact same number every time, to hit 13 on Europa. That is one of her wild shapes gone. As she gets knocked down, Trigger, you see like some of this like wolf matting begins to pull back into her normal braids. As she kind of looks back up, kind of looks at you, looks pretty rough. Her elven form is bloodied. As we begin the next round, Europa looks to you. Trigger maneuvers around to continue creating some space around you and your allies. Europa, the fact that she was on the wall when you entered, her connection to this mural, to the truth, to the battle, like to this like psychological confrontation with Gilda seems not quite as strong. She still is an ally parsing this together. She isn't as strong as all of you, and she's an NPC. So she's going to be focusing in on Gilda to draw some of her ire. That's sort of what she's built for. So she'll use a bonus action to get her wild shape back on. Her second one to get 45 more hit points to utilize. And that is much better. That is a natural 19 to hit. And she deals 9 acid damage on a swipe to Gilda Deepmaw. Slash again with these werewolf claws. After Gilda, but before Trigger, once again, the whispering in the room begins. I need a dexterity or charisma saving throw from all 3 of you.
Is this no longer a charming effect?
This one is not a charming effect.
$18 charisma save.
13 dexterity.
18 and 13
Do I still have-
are not going to do it.
Fuck.
That's you.
Then yeah. Okay. Well, I won't either.
The DC is still at 19, but that is only going to be a surge of this, like almost like a psychic swirl of mist picks up these gold coins and peppers it into the air like shrapnel, for a total of 10 piercing damage to all 3 of you, but no lingering effects beyond damage.
Okay.
And that is Trigger.
It's 2d8. It's 2d8.
Yes.
Serious?
So 10 damage to all of you, but any of you can use your reaction to reduce that by 2d8.
If I do it now, am I about to get my reaction back?
The lair action happens before your turn.
Great. I'm gonna reduce.
Heck yeah.
Reduced by 10.
Oh, negate the damage.
13.
Reduce the damage. Trigger, as this gold swirls around you, one of these eyeballs pops up and like takes the hit, swirling back around you. But as it does, and as like you control this creature, not just this thing that I invented, as you use your bona fide reaction, that scarred eyeball on your shoulder almost begins to darken. The mark you
Begins to
gave,
darken because why?
the mark you gave yourself, as you you have befriended and summoned a sentry of the Cyclops. It begins to sort of connect to you.
Cool. I'm trying to see if I want to spend a key point. Here. No. Okay. Great. While I have this coverage, I'm gonna turn to Stila, who's right next to me. And a brief glimpse at the wall. What's the status looking with Stila and Wheaty?
Stila and Wheaty. There, Stella's slightly more. Looks to be cracked. Despite her eyes glowing brightly in this mural and in front of you, Stella's visage on this bas-relief seems to be cracked. Not quite as much as Europa's, but pretty close. Seems like you would definitely have advantage to try to break this spell on Stila. And Wheaty. He also considers you an ally.
Okay. Stila, hey, look at me. Hey, we're friends, okay? We saved your brother. We're both kind of ex-pirates. It's super cool. How she sees you is not how you are. Look. Stila Benz.
Go ahead and roll to hit this wall with advantage to liberate an ally.
Those are both 15s. 23.
You fire off Plunger Puss on your first attack, and as the sculpture of Stila begins to crumble around, Stila almost like slumps, kind of like forward, like as if like almost like coming out of a trance, like comes towards you, but like catches herself, like, okay, huh. Yeah, we're fucking pirates, kid. Let's go.
Let's do pirate shit.
I'm gonna punch a fucking dragon.
Woo!
You have liberated Stila Benz with one attack action. She is no longer under the control of Gilda. The other wings may be more difficult as you haven't formed bonds with them, but Stila is a friend of yours.
And just for good measure, I'll shoot Weedy too.
Excellent. Go ahead and with Stila gone, DC for everything drops to 18. So go ahead and hit an 18, and Weedy is free.
That will do it with a 21.
21, as the visage of Weedy comes crumbling down following Stila. The power in this room continues to weaken as another ally has been liberated from the control of Gilda Deepmaw.
Do I have... Let's see. Sorry. Can I reach any of these physically?
Yeah, I'd say they stretch all the way to the ground. Like, I'm not too worried about like the physics of the mural. If you run up to the wall itself, you would be able to like melee them just as easily as from a distance.
Okay. Can I trust you to deal with some of your... Can you cripple a wing?
I could probably go for Lance. Blanche is flying, and I don't have a way to fix that.
Yeah, that seems like a good plan.
Just
go help.
I got this.
Yeah.
And
then
I'll get in
to
Lance's way.
And then I will go. I think I want to take off like this whole bottom corner here, so I'm going to go for our dryad friend.
Excellent. You go for the dryad friend. Do you know the dryad friend's name? Because then you can get advantage.
Of course I do. I do. Why do we take so long to play in between these games, guys?
I'd say if anyone else remembers, they can help out as well. It is a party
Luck.
check, essentially.
What's her name? Luck? It's a party check.
I had her name in my head and then I escaped it.
Yeah, when you said luck, I lost.
So that is going to
That's
be
right.
a straight
Doubt?
roll.
Wait,
No, it's doubt.
it's
Doubt.
down.
All right, with advantage.
You said luck, and I was like,
Everyone
that's not
in
what
the
it is.
like, everyone in the like kind of category. That's where I was like, if you know their name, I'll give you advantage. So yes, you have advantage on this attempt to break doubt out as well.
I'm just like whole quadrant down. So I'm gonna run up to the. I'm going to assume I'm kind of right there.
Yes,
And
yeah.
give it a nice little.
Either that or the effects of you punching a pillar are enough to pull down this magical mural.
Oh, but I don't think I actually do have the magic on this one. That's not gonna work on that one.
With Weedy, it is now 17.
That's awesome. It's not gonna work this one.
Oh.
But
You
No.
strike, shaking the wall, but not quite freeing doubt. That one moment of like,
punched the wall before?
luck. What? Maybe doubt. and punch, and that hesitation is just what it takes to soften that blow.
Alrighty. I will return, just because I don't feel like moving myself on this map right now, to where I am now.
Yeah, you continue to stay behind the meat shield, giving Steela the direction to get into position elsewhere. At the end of your turn, sorry, go ahead. Oh, good.
No, I'm sorry. My all man. You're good.
End of your turn, Gilda will take a legendary action once again. Slash into Europa, still using her.
Europa's gonna die.
She's still up. Which brings us to Gwyn. No longer stunned. You are in the battle, baby.
Okay. I need to shoot Pollux off this thing before people look at his face, recognize his face. That's gotta go. That's evident. So we get to shoot that with advantage, right?
Yes, because you are the one calling this one out, you will definitely have advantage. DC, 19, 17, 19, 18, 17, 17.
27.
You splinter this out-of-focus figure on the wall. With that, give me a perception or insight check as you smash into this one.
Ooh, 16 plus 7, 23.
That beats the current DC, which has been lowered once again by the removal of Pollux to 16. As you look at this mural, Pollux is out of focus. You know he made it out of Cursed Cove. There's one single other person who's out of focus. And with that, you recognize that person. Something about the purple lipstick, the hair, the sort of green druidic clothing, but most notably, the violet tucked behind her ear. Someone succeeded in making it out of Cursed Cove, despite no one thinking that was the case. First attack down. Pollux is gone.
I'm still nervous that like my life soul is bound to Kettle. So I'm gonna take my second shot at Kettle.
Absolutely. Second shot at Kettle. DC is now 16.
Ooh, thank God. 19.
You hit and remove Kettle from the wall. The power of Gilda's weakening in the room as you've now snapped out of it, so she focuses her eyes on you. I've lost track of all the people you've tried to shirk your responsibilities onto, Tesha Gwyn. Are you in charge of this merry lot? Or have you pawned it off on someone else?
I'm gonna look at Kachi and say, Kachi, do you want me to focus on the mural, or should I turn to Blanche? Because I'm the only one with that who can. What do you think?
You were muted, Alan.
Kettle. Get at the kettle. I get Blanche. Don't worry.
Okay. I will then stay here. I want to move. If I move, I will provoke an attack of opportunity. Okay.
From Lance, he has reach, so you would potentially provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I'm gonna try to go.
You did say Kettle, right? Not Lance? Or were you saying Lance?
I said, do you want me to keep shooting at the mural from this? Or do you want me to Blanche? The mural?
I was mural. I heard mural. We were talking about Kettle on the mural and then shirking your responsibilities. And I was like, do you want me to hit Kettle on the mural? Or
No, I just did that.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
going
from
for the
now
mural.
on. Okay.
Mural. If we go for
I
the
can't.
mural, get her power.
Yeah. I want to move so that if Lance comes and hits me, I can bounce him into the pit, but I don't think I can do that this round. So I'll just stay where I am. And that is my turn.
Nice. Staying kind of put. Archer is arching. Good move for Tesha. At the end of Gwyn's turn, it's going to be another legendary action from Gilda. I believe, yes, that is 5. So that is DC is now 15 for all of the dragon checks. From here on out, any other removals from the mural, you can choose to either reduce the DC or take away legendary action. But for now, she is going to use a legendary action at the end of Gwyn's turn to strike at Europa once more. That is going to hit. I'll throw a dice across the room for a total of 12 damage. Halfway through the werewolf hit points. That is the end. That is the legendary action. That brings us to all of the eyeballs on their turn. They're mostly here for set dressing because they're just kind of an infinite amount of them. But as on their turn, I'm going to roll a d4. 2 of them surge into this larger figure to heal it. It is almost back at full health, no longer bloodied, thanks to the eyeballs. So Trigger's Kaiju is still on the battlefield. I'm actually going to take most of these off of the initiative round to make it easier for specifically me, because I just need the one placeholder. Which brings us at the end of that to Gilda's turn. I'm going to roll to see if she gets her breath weapon back on a 5 or 6. Last round was a 1. This round is a 2. No breath weapon from Gilda this time, but she is going to take it one by one. She's going to use her bite on... I'm going to make a check to see who she's going to go for with a bite, because the Cyclops creature is stronger this round. She focuses in on Europa once more with that bite. That is a natural 20.
Have we already used our 8 die today?
Good question. The doubt roll, I do not believe you have.
I don't even know if we have. Well, I don't even know what it would be. Okay.
I will roll one.
I know our day's been pretty long, considering this is still like the same day as the court case.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just rolled for the doubt talisman, the doubt lucky coin. I'm not sure if you'll see it, but the team has a
20?
natural 20 on lock.
Ooh.
So this could have been much worse. But so this strike coming in at Europa is going to do 27 damage. Which will... Europa is still standing. She has lost her wild shapes. But she is still standing strong on 4 hit points. But Gilda needs to spread the damage out, and she's going to swing on with the claws on the Kaiju. That is going to be 2 hits for 12, 14, 26 damage to the Kaiju. once again dips down below half health, so he is bloodied, but he is still acting as meat shield on the battlefield. At the end of Gilda's turn, the newly turned ally, thanks to Trigger. Trigger is just collecting minions in this fight, as Stila will beeline for Lance. Stila has 40 feet of movement, which is enough for her to close with Lance even stride. Stila has 3 unarmed strikes. Trigger, why don't you go ahead and roll 3d20 for me?
I don't want to keep getting allies if I have to be the one who rolls them. Okay, but one. All blue dice.
She's a blue dragonborn.
Okay. I don't know what the modifiers, but I got a 19, an 18, and a
What was the third one?
7.
The 7 will miss, but the first 2 will hit as she just runs up and clocks Lance for a total of 13 damage. Unarmed strikes coming in. Sorry, Kachi. Boom, boom. Just punches.
I put a stunning strike in there.
Into Lance. I can't do that. If I hit with all 3, I can do a thing.
Oh,
I'm not as good as you.
clearly.
I just have more hit points. But that brings that at the end of Stila's turn, it continues on to Blanche Featherin, flying in the air. For all intents and purposes, is like between you all and the dragon here. I'll put her back on the field. She was just flying in the air before, and she will make 4 bow attacks. She was focusing in on Kachi, so this first round, all 4 are coming for Kachi.
Yeah.
That is... What does she add to this? Okay. That is a 12. That's going to miss. That's a 13. It's going to miss. Does a 16 hit Kachi?
It does not.
She only hits once. For 5 damage to you, Kachi. She is going over... It is number over accuracy. She is firing off 4 shots around, but she only manages to meet her target once.
I will reaction to. Would I still be able to Hellish Rebuke?
Yes, you can.
Excellent.
That is a failure on the saving throw.
Amazing. Oh, there it is. Wait. Right, just trying to find my spell for that. There it is. Great. Okay. Failure on the save. So that shows 2d10 fire. Yo, Blanche. Cut the shit. Only for a 3.
But as you shoot off this spell, the Grizzle exoskeleton activates, so you are able to add an extra dice per spell level. So if Hellish Rebuke is a first level spell, depending if it's Bard or your Warlock spell slots, you can add 1 dice per spell slot.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's just first level.
Per spell level, so you can add another dice.
So an extra 3, so it brings it up to 6.
Total of 6 fire damage into Blanche. You see that as fast as she is not durable. As this spell hits her, it's not great for her.
Cut it out.
You stand down. As firing off arrows. That is our kaiju. Does the kaiju fight continue, Trigger?
Yeah, what do you think?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll a d20 to swing into this dragon. As a bonus action.
Does still have... Are we still doing an advantage?
Yeah.
Uh, 18 plus.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that will absolutely hit. Let's roll that. 4. Unfortunately, I didn't roll as well as last time, so only 7 damage to Gilda, but every little bit helps. It's mostly about tanking some damage here. As a bonus action, it absorbs an eyeball to keep its health going up and keep it on the battlefield. As Blanche rains these arrows down, Lance takes these hits from Stila. One of my compatriots has given up. The other may be weak, but I must fight. I have a family to protect. As Lance levels his weapon at you, Gwyn, and is going to stab at you twice. That is going to be 2 hits for a total of 21 piercing damage. With this lance, hits, pulls back, hits again.
I will reduce that by 2d8.
Nice.
I reduce it by 7. How much? 7. How much was that?
So it's going to be 21 minus 7, so 14.
Thank you.
So 14 damage coming in as like Grizzle's exoskeleton, like as it's like coming in, like grows a bit, hits the lance, and it like pulls like a chunk of it off, or like a magical sparkle because it was magical girl flavored.
I'm okay.
And as a bonus action on this turn, Lance like looks at Stila, like kind of like scowls at her. Blanche, you know why we have to do this? We fight. And like slams his lance on the ground and inspires both Blanche and Gilda. So they will add a d4 to their attack rolls. But that is Kachi's turn.
Right, sir. Now, pray tell, what would happen? You said that we get a extra dice roll for the Grizzle exoskeleton
Yes.
for every spell. What if I hit a 3rd level spell at the mural for Shatter?
A 3rd level spell at the mural. I will say that you can, for burning that spell slot, you don't even have to really roll to like the saving throw or anything. It would just be a d20 roll, and you reduce that percentage of the mural.
Okay.
So high risk, high reward.
In doing so, would the percentage be, because you said that we could get like 1 legendary action or reduce the threshold for the
Yes.
action. So by the percentage, would it be like 5 points or like still just 1? Or
I'd say like to a max of 5.
Okay.
So like we'll count like the mural percentage, like a D20 still kind of works, so the math will even out.
Yeah.
But if you roll high, it could be like, okay, cool, you've taken out 5 individuals that if you wanted to call out, you could.
Okay. Cool. Because I have like a section that I feel like I could call out everyone, potentially one person.
Oh, hell yeah. I'd say if you are like, if there's like a cluster and you name everyone, I'll give you advantage on the percentage roll.
Okay. Cluster being Scorch, Blanche, Lance, Bastion, Violette. Anyone want to help with the adopted child of Marianne and Skipshot?
The adopted child? Who are you talking? Where? Sorry, where in the mural? Just point at the mural.
Tiefling. Right below.
I didn't think, because we had Kettle, we had wait, is that their child? Is that who?
She's the youngest of the family. She was adopted.
Oh, I don't know if I knew that she was adopted. It's not Kettle, and it's not Gosh, we're so bad at this.
Okay.
Give me a second.
But, Kachi, you've already named 5.
It's not Bash. Is it Pluck?
Ash.
You just named the other 2.
Ash. Okay, cool. Okay. $19, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna say that is all 5. In the interest of balancing, I'm gonna say that Blanche and Lance are separate, and you could get one of those 2, along with the other 4 that you named.
Go for Blanche, because I feel like I know her better.
Nice. Yeah, you helped her stop Storm attacking the town, so you free Blanche. No more air superiority as in that cluster. Bastion, Violette, Bash, Scorch, and Blanche Featherin are all crumbled away from that mural with this shatter going off. So that is 5 points to distribute. So you could either, if you wanted to remove all 3 legendary actions, you could do that, and then take 2 away from the DC, or mix it up however you would like.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
That sounds good for me.
So DC is currently 13 to avoid the lair action. No more legendary actions. I'll even erase those out of my notebook. So with no legendary actions in place, the second option now, instead of lowering the DC, which is always an option, is now reducing the amount of damage that she does. So for every point you would like to put in that category from here on out, I'll roll a D4 and subtract that from the amount of damage that she is putting out. I'll say that. I'll give you another option too. I just thought of it, so maybe it's balanced, maybe it's not. So you can either reduce the DC, add a D4 reduction, or reduce the or take away one of her opportunities for the breath weapon. Right now she has to roll a 5 or a 6. If you want to throw a point that way, she has to roll a 6.
Sure.
But that is Kachi's action. Any bonus action or movement from Kachi as Blanche shakes out of her stupor. What? I can't do this. Kachi, you help me. Gilda is. She's pressed us all into this. I'm so sorry. And she flies down to the ground. Not quite a strong enough ally to join the fight, but strong enough to no longer fight.
Blanche, it's okay. You're doing good.
I'm sorry.
All right. As a bonus action, I want to keep that for a reaction. Yeah, I'll just send another Bardic to send one to Trigger. Yeah. Trigger, heads up, kid.
What does your bardic inspiration look like now that your Arbor Forged is no longer with you?
He's really Hachi's okay. Okay, there we go. My internet is all over the place right now.
Oh gosh.
With with my Arborforge out of the picture right now, I think he's really just trying to figure it out. I think he's just like yelling things as a captain. Like if I'm louder, maybe he'll do better.
Issuing an order, almost slipping into this captain role a little bit, like your voice echoing off of the walls is filling the space enough to have a magical effect, inspiring trigger. So you have a D8 trigger to add to whatever you would like, which brings us to the top of the order. On Europa's turn, she's still hanging in there. As a bonus action, she's going to look at the amulet to get some health back. So she is up to 18 hit points after that, and she will kind of like, I'm not sure exactly what you're doing, Kachi, Trigger, Gwyn, but seems like we're I feel good about this. That's a hit. She's going to lay into the dragon for maximum damage. 10 points from her werewolf claws, slashing into the dragon. No legendary actions coming her way, but that is going to be the lair action. So as Europa slashes in, I don't need the weak ones. I have done just fine on my own. Gather whatever allies you think can stand against me, but no. My power has been enough to put me here for a long time, and I will outlive all of you. And the room charges once more with a similar charming effect as the whispers begin anew. Now those voices of those you know a little bit less coming to the forefront. Those voices of those that may not like you coming to the forefront, but you're still fighting to save them. I need wisdom saving throws from all three of you. The DC, however, is only 13.
Dirty 20.
Hell yeah. Not stunned again this time. Not stunned, Gwyn.
22.
Trigger resists it.
Hi, gang. Got a 7.
Oof.
Oh,
That's right. You
no.
did so much. Hey, we're so proud of you, sweetie.
You
doing so good.
You do have a natural 20 from Doubt.
Because being stunned is bad.
It's. I mean, I wasn't going to use an natural 20 because none of my damage, I feel like, was going to be worth it. So
I
if
could
somebody else
deal like a lot of damage, but I don't know if it's like worth it. Like I think not being stunned is worth it.
You want to let the power of friendship compel you?
I think Alan froze.
I just think he's thinking really hard. Give him a second.
That's what I couldn't. That's what I thought for a while. I was like, he's really thinking about this.
He's really thinking about it.
Oh no!
I
Wow,
think
he isn't even the phone.
Kachi may have really died.
Guys, I think
No.
the intuition is the thing that killed him the most.
This is actually a power word kill.
Natural 20. Use
Use it now. We can circle back as he loads back. Oh, there we go.
Thank you. Okay. What were our party decisions? I know we had the natural 20, but I don't want to have to use the natural 20.
We are okay with you using a natural 20.
We want you to.
Okay. I will use the natural 20.
You resist being stunned. The whispers in your ear, starting off with Trigger. Trigger. You hear the whispering in your ear as like this, like the voices that kind of cut through. Yeah, you think you called me an orphan, but you didn't realize that you're a fucking orphan, stupid. You don't got parents either. If you really think that's so bad, you're just calling it yourself. As the voice of Onyx, still alive in Cursed Cove, someone you're potentially trying to save, has no effect on you. Like, you have an army of orphans that work for you.
I was gonna ask, do I see my eye patch patch up there?
You see the eye patch batch.
I mean, I don't really want. It's fine. I will. Are they all individual names?
They are all individually named.
Well, I mean, yes, I understand that they're all individually named, but if I were to like hit them, am I hitting? I feel bad because I can't possibly get them all off the list right now. But if they're like, but if they're all like,
we could use the leader as the representation of the eye patch batch.
Nice, buddy. This one goes out to Petal, Fart, Fart S, Red, Driz, Bookshelf, Sarah, and Thorn.
That's right. I also wrote them down here, so I didn't forget. Hell yeah, roll with advantage. You got that eye patch batch going for you. They only have to beat a 13.
Take out my babies. That'll hit. That's a dirty 20.
Hell yeah. You shatter Sarah's. I did not make her a token at one point, so I'll just draw a little green circle up here as a reminder of the eye patch batch. So where would you like to put this boon?
Let's reduce damage.
Reduce damage by 1d4. I'm going to put this over here so I remember. Excellent. One attack, damage reduction.
Great. I will. I do feel bad. It's like I don't want to leave people. I feel like I'm being like a bad friend when I don't. I was like,
Yeah, you're
like,
building your MySpace top 8.
Right. It's like I'm like. And I'm like, am I just being a dick to Pike because he's also like, should I be saying Pike's name, right? Or like, obviously I should.
Souls have given us everything in this game,
and like we're not
the
saying the
only
Crimson
one to save one. Like, that's crazy.
Well, I was making strategic moves in the beginning. Fine. I was just going to. Fine. I can take one more shot. I will take another shot, and I will try and cross another one of the kids off the list. Let's do. I'll do Bash. We'll do Bash. No, wait, you just got Bash.
Oh yeah, Bash is good.
And you already had. And you had Kettle, so I'll do Pluck.
Nice. Yeah, Pluck is the last of the Crimson Woods Fetzel kids. Go ahead and roll to hit. DC 13.
Oh, hits.
Heck yes. Pluck is knocked off of the wall.
Great. And then I will finally go and join up on this fight.
Nice.
For Pluck, let's take it down one more save.
Nice. So DC is now 12.
I feel good about a 12 and our abilities to get to.
We should be able to pass the 12.
That is nice.
And I will. That's so hard to tell with these lines.
Any bonus actions from Trigger? Gwyn is on deck.
Yeah,
the map lines get lost in the gold a little bit.
Okay, I think I can make it. I think I can make it.
Yeah. Because I'll even say you could even like move through your kaiju to get where you wanted to go there.
Parts of the Sea of Eyeballs. We're gonna do a. Ha!
Yes, go ahead and hit the
Punch, just get its
dragon.
attention. Dragon. I'll do that tongue thing. It's not gonna hit.
You get in.
But I do just want. I just like smack him. Be like,
Yeah, you get in close, just making some noise, being a target alongside Europa.
I want you to hit me.
Oh.
I would like you to hit me now.
I've wanted to smack you since you walked into the throne room, you insolent child, working for my enemy, delivering me gifts, just like the rest. Another boy, another eyeball. You are, and never will be special.
Okay, I kind of feel like the eyeballs are actually paying off though at this point. Like this is really cool. Sorry, it's Coral. Are we saying Coral? Are you saying Coral?
Oh yes, you and the eyeballs, minions of your master. From here you look the same, wouldn't you say?
No, he's like 20 feet tall. Are you blind?
That's Gwyn.
I'm gonna fire 2 sharpshooter shots at the dragon.
Hell yeah.
A 21 on the first one,
21 will
and
hit.
an 18.
An 18 will not hit.
This is my favorite enemy. I'll make for that.
Nice. Favorite enemy shifts over.
4 psychic.
As this arrow reverberates into the dragon, you see that this charming presence has no effect on the dragon. Immune to psychic damage.
They will still hate 31 cold damage.
Damn! 31 cold damage. Not something to be shy about. Arrow rocks into the dragon. Lance. That one. Weak, but powerful from afar. Get rid of him.
That's my turn. No real bonus actions.
That is Gwyn's turn, which brings us to Gilda. Brings us to Eyeballs, who will heal up their minion. It can get the benefits of 2 of them on their turn, so it goes back up nearly to full. No longer bloodied. An excellent punching bag. That is Gilda's turn. Gilda is going to roll to see if she can get her breath weapon back. Okay, first round was a 1, second round was a 2, this round was a 3. In 2 more rounds, you guys are in trouble. But that is a no breath weapon round once more. But the dragon, while you may be insignificant, you are quite irritating. And Gilda will once again go to bite Europa and then slash at trigger. Bite to Europa is going to hit. And I'll remember the damage reduction as well. So that's going to be... Oh, I didn't do all the dice. That is going to be 25 damage to Europa. which will take Europa down. So Europa is down to 0. She was at 18, so it was just 3 below hit points, but she is currently at 0, and Gilda will instead turn to you, Trigger, and slash at you. That is going to be... Oh, there's actually... Both of those are the same. That's going to be a 27 to hit, so both of those are going to hit Trigger. With a damage reduction as well. 23 slashing damage in total to you, Trigger.
I will reduce.
Nice. Reduce some of that damage. Well,
I rolled a 15, so that's pretty good.
with your pet gone, at least one of them casts her eyes to the side, looking at the Cyclops. You're next.
Hey, when we kill you, I want you to know she's not a pet. She's called a badass motherfucker.
After Trigger's turn, Steela only gets 1 hit in on Lance, but does get land 1 strike in there. Blanche is out of the fight, kind of just cowering at the moment, which brings us to the Kaiju. Go ahead and roll to hit for me, Trigger.
14.
Plus 5 will hit for a total of 13 damage to Gilda. Nice. Kaiju goes. Bonus action will get some health back and is now at full health. That is Lance. In range of Kachi, Steela, and Gwyn. He is going to roll on Gwyn for sniping his boss. That's a natural 2. And the second one is a 22.
That will hit.
That is 17 damage to Gwyn. That is not 17, that is 12. Sorry, I couldn't read my own handwriting.
Oh, I will reduce
Nice.
by 9.
Heck yes. Much nicer. Which brings us to Kachi. Lance, with this Lance, very creatively named, is kind of stabbing at Gwyn from a distance, but you are right up in there with Steela at the moment.
Okay. I'm gonna see if it can get away. Can I move like in feet forward? Just getting out of his range.
You can at the risk of an opportunity attack.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Risk it for the biscuit. Good risk. That is only an 11 to hit. He uses his reaction to try to hit you and fails.
Can I use my reaction to repose?
You absolutely can.
Yay! Where is that? There we go. Great. Okay.
Oh yeah, because you get your
so
reaction back on your turn.
Yes, I do. So expend 1 superiority die, and so I'm going to get that. Okay, so with the armor, with my knife, I get 1d4. So then I'll get 2d4 for the attack damage.
Yes.
Do I also get an additional 2d4 for ice damage? And an
Just
additional
the normal 1d4.
The 1d4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
I was
like
like,
one
how much is
extra
this?
dice on like your attack. So like whatever like the highest dice is, you're gonna double that one. So if it was like
Cool.
if it was like a great axe, it'd be just another D12. Luckily,
Yeah.
nobody has a great sword,
Okay,
so we
cool.
don't have to worry about whatever that means.
All right. Well, let's hope this hits. Okay. Does a 21 hit?
21 will hit.
Amazing.
Good.
So that'll be this plus 6. And a 4, please. Yes. Okay. So 7 plus 6. It's 13
Nice.
with an additional 4 cold. Amazing. Okay. So in total,
17.
13, 25.
Oh,
4
damn.
of that being cold damage.
Oh, yes. Because of the superiority dice. Excellent.
Yep.
Lance is bloodied and on death's door.
Lance,
Hey.
get it together.
I
I
can't.
feel like Kachi's just being fucking pissed off at everything. 'Cause he can't have any magic.
My hands are tied.
No, fair enough. All right, let's see what we can do about that. All right, I will send a last one. Yeah, I got to do it. A bonus action healing word to Europa.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, bringing her up.
Yeah, bringing her up. Not a lot, but a little. Hey, not too bad. 7.
Nice. 7 hit points is a whole lot more than 0. Right before her turn, so she doesn't have to make any death saves.
Great. And I can't, because I just cast a spell, I can't do a cantrip for my action, correct? No, I can't do a cantrip. I just can't do 2 spells. Like, I can't do a bonus action spell.
You would be able to do a cantrip, but... Oh, no, because riposte was a reaction. Fuck, yeah. You have a whole action.
Yeah. You still have your action.
Yeah, so you can do a
Cool.
cantrip.
All right. I will send a Eldritch Blast, because that focus will come out of the gemstone now, since I need to rethink about how I'm gonna be casting magic.
Nice.
So out of the gemstone, an Eldritch Blast towards Lance's portrait, as well as Knife Thorn.
Yes, because you have 2 beams. Excellent. Go ahead and roll
Yeah,
both of
do.
those to hit. You just have to beat a
Great.
12.
Do we still get advantage on the hit?
Advantage
Or
to
just on
hit.
Knife Thorn?
Advantage to hit Knife Thorn.
Knife Thorn, cool. That is a 24 for Knife Thorn,
That is a success.
and another 24 for Lance.
And that is Lance. In a flash, like you're like as you pull the dagger like out of his shoulder, you just use it to fire this blast at the wall. In that like 1-2 combo, Lance just kind of like drops to his knees. His weapon clatters to the ground. I feel lighter than I have for a while. Thank you. He kind of hangs his head.
Hey.
That's 2 points. Where would you like to place them? Damage reduction, DC lowering, or make the breath weapon harder?
Make the breath weapon harder, and damage reduction.
All right, now it's at 2d4.
I agree. I think a DC
Ooh.
12.
I like it.
I think that should be pretty good.
I'm going to grow it by dice. So 1d6 instead of 1d4. So I have to do less math. But now she has to roll a 6 to get her breath weapon back. And I'll say that's the end of that reduction. You can't reduce it to 0. She needs to be able to do something scary. But the DC and the damage can continue to stack. Excellent turn from Kachi, which brings us up to Europa. Europa is back on her feet. Goes to take a swipe, like kind of like a drunken swipe at the dragon, but misses on her attack. Which brings us to Trigger.
No lair action.
Oh, sorry about that. Yes, that is correct. Thank you very much. Very kind of you.
Sorry.
I was looking at the token counter, not my notebook. That is going to be a lair action from the three of you. We are back to the gold explosion, so it's a dexterity or a charisma saving throw, DC 12.
Natural 20. He's back on top, boy.
16.
What do we got, Gwen?
Oh, sorry. That is a 22.
All of you succeed. So this explosion of gold happens around you, but with a success, you take half damage. So that's only going to be 6 damage as this explosion goes off once more.
Okay.
And I'll say with that, this gold explosion goes off through the room as the gold dust sort of begins to filter from the sky. Looking around, the wings of Gilda Deepmaw have been clipped. As one of them turned to your side, the power she holds over Cursed Cove vastly diminishing as she now begins to worry. That is, we will leave it with shattered ships, and this fight will continue next time.
They're so close.
So close.
Like, you don't want me to shoot twice and then